Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Wednesday, week's half over. Today, I'm going to show you how I'm going to spend $130 to convert this mini tractor into a mini forklift. I already did the hard part in spending the cash. My wife has been eyeing these for about a year and a half now. Basically, since we got the tractor, she's wanted pallet forks. I honestly should have got them when I signed the deal for this dang thing. And forklifts are basically designed to lift incredible amounts quickly, efficiently, and safely. So the main thing why I got these is because the safely part. I can't lift 500 pounds, but I'll try. Hence the safety. It's not safe, hurts my back, hurts my shoulders, but I still try, okay? Not 500 pounds necessarily, but other amounts. Definitely not safe amounts to lift. So, my 80-year-old neighbor told me something that I'm trying to hold to, which is, why do anything by hand that you can do with a tractor? And I thought to myself, that's a great idea. I'll try to do that more often. I mean, that's what a tractor's for, isn't it? Working? Replace the horse, replace us. I was just saying this yesterday, I hate these cross tapes. Alright, so here we are. I see one. Normally, they're $130 for one fork. Or one tine, I guess it would be actually. I don't know if you can call it a forklift if it just has a single tine. I'd call it a lance. So here we go. Wow, that's a beefy screw. It's like inch diameter. Okay, so the point of this is it just bolts right onto the bucket. And then you got a pallet fork. I'm pretty sure this is just a spacer. There shouldn't even be any mounting hardware on this. Probably just something to make sure they don't cling together during transit. And here come my neighbors. I hear their vehicle. Wow, there is something in this. Never mind. I'll have to see what the heck this is. Maybe they filled it with sand. I'll be back later. Meet and greet. Alright, so meet and greet over. Getting to work here. So, just real quick. These are the pallet forks. The bucket swoops in, clicks here. This thing clamps right onto it. That thing that I thought was just some box filled with sand, it's actually this. It's center post or a spacer, whatever, but basically keeps the forks the same distance apart. If you look over here, you can see it's telescoping, so it can set different widths. Can lift up to 1,500 pounds, which is 3 times the lifting capacity of my tractor, so there's no way I'm going to ever break these. And that's it. So, yay, I can now lift up this huge tote, empty, and load it into the vehicle without breaking my back, everything like that. And here they are. It's just 2 giant forks, 2 giant tines. So there we are. Alright, now back to the concrete work. Let's get these footings done, or these columns done. Alright, so we got our square line set up here. Layout for the corner. This is exactly square to these piers. Now the other pier is going to be drilled exactly where this rock is, right here. And that will be where the bracket is holding the skid of the 2x4. If everything goes well. Alright, still Wednesday. We are out of concrete. 2 pallets, 2 half pallets gone. I got 5 bags left. I need 7 bags of concrete to finish a pier. I am short 2 bags. This thing worked today like a champ. We didn't overload it with 3 bags. We only used 2. All these got poured. 3, 4, 5, 6. This one over here is the other corner. We squared it off of there. Then we have the other end right here. So now all we need to do is go get 28 more bags of concrete, and then this one, this one, this one, and this one get mirrored over here. And they'll be right here in this line. Then they get to sit for a couple weeks, and then we get to call the cabin company, and they'll come out with their machines, lift the structure up, we'll set it down here. Now, everything's great except we made one error, which is kind of annoying. This is off by exactly 1.5 inches. So, how am I going to describe this? Instead of this being right here, it actually ends up being like over here. I don't like that at all. So I'm not going to put this anchor in right now. I'm going to come back later with L brackets. Like if this is going to be the 4x4 later, I'll come back with a bracket that comes like this. Just an L. And I'll shoot some nails in with a powder charge to anchor it to this pier. I know it's not the best way to do it, but I just don't feel comfortable because I don't know exactly where this is going to be on this side, you know. So I'll just come back and do that later. You can also see that tube is sticking really far out of the ground over there. About 3 feet. The thing is it's crazy that this actually drops about a foot from over here just to over there. It's a foot drop in elevation. So what we had to do is we had to dig down the same height below ground and cast an extra 2 bags of concrete below the tube, or it wouldn't be the necessary 18 inches down for the frost line, which would cause problems later. So we had to make just a little bit extra footing beneath that column. But now we're good to go. I have to go get more concrete tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to be back at it, and hopefully it'll look like this just on this side here. And then we can start looking at our skirting and figuring out exactly how this structure is going to sit on these columns. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. I also wanted to mention that it is incredibly exciting to be able to be doing this myself, you know, with help, with guidance. I know it's not by myself, but I am not a skilled laborer in this at all. This is not even my trade. You know, I'm a mechanical draftsman. I do not deal with stick houses, framing, or anything like that at all. If you need like an injection mold made for plastic, or a gear designed, or 3D printed, or whatever, you know, I can do that, but these tolerances are like plus or minus 1/4 inch to me is like horrific. It's so foreign to what I'm used to It feels good to have someone like our neighbor Larry, who's like 60 something, been doing this forever. Not as professional, just work construction when he needs to, helps out his grandpa make a barn when he needs to, things like that. Just being exposed to it is a huge experience and is a necessary thing to feel comfortable with doing something. And so just having this experience and going through all the steps and making all the mistakes is, worth all the money we've burnt or whatever, which isn't even that much. We made a mistake on counting the number of piers we needed, so we had to buy more tubes. We bought 4 things of mortar when we thought we were going to make a stem wall when we ended up making piers. That was $15 for 4 bags of mortar. I'm short rebar. That's not wasting money, that's being short on an expense. I don't feel that I have wasted a lot of resources going through the learning process, which is awesome, because I'm not trying to sit here burning the money that I don't have. When you decide to go to the homestead life and try to do things yourself, one of the things you do is cut expenses like crazy. I know I'm buying like this tool, buying this post hole digger, the pallet forks, all those things, You might think I'm like made out of money or something. That's like the furthest from it. If anything, what doing this has taught me is where to put your money. And put your money towards good things and things that would make your life easier, save you money in the long run. That's what I'm learning. And no price can really be put on that. Maybe ask me another 20 years, I guess. But yeah, it's exciting and it's awesome. And we're doing it ourselves. And it's coming out okay. And we're saving like $8,000 by doing it. $8,000. That ain't bad. Go do some stuff. Happy Wednesday.